Hi, and welcome to On Track. I'm your host, Freddie Lee, and tonight, storming the stage, we have Kevin Trudo. How you doing, Kevin?
Good.
Thank you so much for coming on the show.
My pleasure.
Now, are you a one-man band? Do you play with other bands? What's your thing? What do you do?
I play with whoever. Not usually one man. Usually I am with other people. It's several incarnations. I've got a couple different bands I play in.
Cool.
I've got things I'm in as a sideman too, so yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Now, do you have a name for your own project, or are you just Kevin Trudo? You know, what are you doing?
I try to get Kevin Trudo in there because I kind of changed the name a lot. I don't know why, it's fun.
Cool.
Friday night I played and I called myself Kentucky Lefty.
Ooh, nice. I'm liking your multi-aliases, whatever. I said that wrong, whatever. That's cool, aliases. Man. Now, your first song you're going to be playing for us tonight is Gemini. You tell us a little bit about that.
It's an older tune that I've had laying around for quite a while. I still like it. As far as meanings and things like that, I'm not really sure.
No?
Yeah, well, I mean, go ahead.
Why Gemini? What a cool name. Like,
it's an astrological sign. And there's that, the whole thing is, the idea was I actually did a whole bunch of reading at the time about the tarot and kind of occult things and all that, just out of idle interest, and this kind of song came out of it.
Oh, no way. That is cool. That is probably my favorite description out of songs here now. Anything else?
No, it's just what I was reading at the time.
Oh,
you know?
Cool. Now, you're saying older, like, what's the time frame are we talking about? When did you make it?
A good 10 years
Is it on an album?
And it's not. It will be, though.
Oh, nice.
Coming up, I've got a bunch of things I put together that over the last 10, 12 years or so that I've been kind of sitting on or hanging out.
Cool, cool. So you've been rocking out on the guitar for a while. What is your main instrument?
I play guitar a lot.
Yeah.
I play mandolin whenever I get a chance to, but I don't get a chance to do it very often.
Awesome. So 10, 12 years, you said? How long have you been?
Oh, I've been playing 20-some. I don't know. We won't talk about that.
But, I'm sorry I asked.
It's all right. No, I'm cool. I earned every year.
Awesome.
But, yeah, it's been a long time, but mostly I've been playing professionally since, God, it's been almost 20 years I've been playing professionally.
All right, very cool. Awesome. Well, we have a professional on stage. Oh, yeah. All right, well, I'll let you play Gemini for us.
Thanks.
Take it away.
Drew a card for you and I drew a star for you and I drew a hangman for me, and I had it tattooed on my arm. Told him to keep me from harm. I had a place for you and I could get a taste of you and I lit a cigarette for me. I've been wishing that I could say we. So far it's still you and me. Gemini. Before I would cover the seeds, dropped in a small piece of me. Try to make a nest for you as I want to rest for you, and I hung myself from a tree. My Gemini am I, open sky am I, blowing ashes on you. Too much beer am I, always near am I, spreading out and enveloping you. And I tested my will and I sat very still. Somehow you still notice me. Cut my thumb, left all the blood, places I thought that you'd see. Learn to meditate for you so I can separate from you instead. I separated from me. Now it's found upside down in a tree.
Time to wake up. I've got a job to do today.
I've got a job to do today.
Don't forget, you've got a job to do today.
Hey, Mom. I got the job. Thanks.
Got the job. Welcome aboard.
Have a good first day at work, Mom.
Your donations to Goodwill fund job training programs right in your community.
Feels good to start fresh, right?
Sure does.
And like that, you're a job creator.
I see it, I see it.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back to On Track. I'm your host, Freddie Lee. Storming the stage tonight is Kevin Trudo. Again, thank you very much for coming on.
Again.
Now, your next song, Polaroid. Cool name because the class here is all into the movie, TV business, cameras, blah, blah, blah. Why'd you call it Polaroid?
The song essentially is, well, it doesn't make as much sense now because Polaroids aren't really what Polaroids were. But
Then totally rip my definition apart. Let's go.
Well, it doesn't mean the same. Like Polaroids, for me as a guy growing up, was the kind of like what a cell phone picture is now. You could do it self-develop, and it was there, and it was so you could do kind of grown-up pictures, if you will. We'll leave it at that. And I kind of wanted to think about the idea of having a collection of these pictures of memories of things that may be more adult in nature that I won't get into. As this, looking back at a relationship and kind of missing it, and this is what I've got left, you know.
Okay.
But in this, I kind of don't even have the pictures anymore. So
I dig it. All right, cool.
So-
So kind of like deleting your Facebook account for all,
kind
for
of
all the youngins in here.
Or like, you know, what's the Insta thing or Snapchat? Instagram, Snapchats, things like that. But Snapchat's even better because like it just goes away, right?
Yeah. Well, they say they do, but
don't
who
believe it either.
knows?
I don't believe it either.
It's the internet. It doesn't go away, kids.
It never dies. But that's the idea. It's just that you have this thing that's like instant and it's there. It doesn't really seem to mean as much now, but hopefully somebody goes, oh yeah. Hopefully.
Cool, cool. Now you said you play with a lot of different bands and stuff. What are your favorites, maybe? Or can we not do that?
No, it's all favorites. Actually, I'm lucky. I get to play with people I care about a lot, and people I like a lot, people I
Cool,
respect a lot as
awesome.
musicians, as people. You know, there's a group, Meathawk, which is Ron, who is the best man at my wedding, and then there's, you know, there's Chad and Justin, who are some of the best players you're going to meet. It's Justin O'Connell and Chad Watson, and they play with about everybody. In fact, you'll talk about them again soon, I promise. And then I play with Small Shiny Things, which was my wedding party. Ron, who I was talking about before, Ron Donovan,
cool.
and then there's Chris Fowler and Matt McCain and Jay Olasek, and these guys they're old friends. I've known them for years and years and years, and they're just the people that are my best friends, but they're also great musicians.
Did you guys play at your wedding?
No, we did not do any such playing. It was a total
probably
DJ
a good
affair.
thing. Get crazy and party on your own time, right?
I think when musicians get married, they get a DJ so that everybody they know can actually show up and just relax and enjoy the night, you know, as opposed to having to work.
Cool. Now you were talking about an album earlier. What's your album name, Lou?
Water Bears, Volume 1. There's going to be a series of 3 of them, and again, it's songs I've collected over the last like 10 years or so, maybe more.
Cool.
Things I'm finally getting around to recording. And I'm using everybody I play with. So everybody I just named and then a few more actually.
Awesome.
And
So like
it's
a
cool.
guest star thing kind of thing.
Yeah,
right?
it's everything's featuring.
Oh, it's the best way, playing with your buddies. I like it.
It's good things.
That is
Noah
cool.
Gabriel is a guy I get to play with occasionally, and he's on it, and that's fantastic. So
Awesome. I do think he's playing later tonight.
I think he's going to be on a show here soon.
Yeah. All right. Well, you got Polaroid next. So what about Water Bears? You said the name for that album. Where did that come from?
It's a longer story than I'm going to get into. But a water bear, tardigrade, is actually this very, very small organism that lives in like moss and lichens and things like that. That just for discussion purposes is really hard to kill. They've taken it, they put it in space, they come back, it lived. You know, it's been
Making it immortal. I
Yeah.
like it. All right. Well, we're going to let you play
Thanks.
Polaroid now. Let's go to it.
Always think of you undressed, like a Polaroid we never took. And even if I seem underimpressed, do you know what I'd give for one more look? I often think of how you fold, arcing at the throat and hip. And if I'm wiser, I'm infinitely old, mostly just too dumb to quit. I only think of you in metric or in Celsius degrees. Our two orbits not resembling concentric, the way our bodies seem to be. No cruel world, I'd hope for a deeper point of view of you. Always think of you as wishing, like paper matches or dried leaves. Maybe latent, yeah, but dreaming of ignition. Do you ever dream of me? And I can palpably remember, or did I find it in a book? Our bodies dovetail perfectly together. Polaroids we never took. Polaroids we never took. Polaroids we never took.
You wouldn't let money just blow out of your house. So when your AC or heater is on, make sure the doors, windows, and fireplace flue are shut tight. If you're headed out, turn down the AC or lower the heat by 10 degrees. And always keep your water heater set at 120. A little bit of common sense goes a long way. Get more great tips at energysaver.gov.
You sure you don't want some? It's chamomile. Listen, you are extremely terrifying. Just the scariest undead subhuman thing on TV, and I really mean that. But I am worried that you could give my kids nightmares if they see you, so I'm gonna have to block you. So that's it. Oh, and tell the zombies they're blocked too.
Welcome back to On Track. I'm your host, Freddie Lee. Storming the stage tonight, Kevin Trudo with me. Thank you very much for coming on.
Okay.
Now I have a quick question for you because this is a super quick segment. What influences your work? Do you have an artist you aspire to?
Paul Westerberg comes to mind first, but there's a lot. There's Elvis Costello. I like a good song, and I'm actually influenced a lot by writers, whether it's books, poems, whatever. I like writers.
Okay, cool. Well, that's awesome to know because we're gonna let you play brand new 4.5 snapshots. It's a cool title. I like it. All right, we'll let you play.
Thanks.
Even as I sit here to fade away, but you left one of your cigarette butts in my ashtray, and for some reason I'm reluctant to throw it away. I sit and listen to my breathing as you wash over me. It's been turquoise and silver and shades of green, and some hope that I can get outside of me. Toes from the throat to your soul, you're in me. And if you're lost and alone, maybe I could be home, come and see. And on beautiful days, you could come out to play hand in hand. We're seeking St. Valentine with your hips under mine, understand. Thinking of the right words to say to you, but baby, they're all just pitch black, bright red, and pale blue, and my tongue pushes into my teeth, so it won't do. All the things that a man's kissing wrists, holding hands in the skin. With your heart in my mouth and my lips slide this out, we begin. Struggle to keep check the time, it's 7:39. We finally said some things I needed to hear. Then you look down and away, watch these things I'm gonna say slip by the side and sadly disappear. And all this time, there's a farmhouse close to town with a corn crib coming down. Every time I drive by, I think of you. But now there's no knock at the door, and no one calls you anymore. You won't stop by anytime soon. But all this time, all this time, you hear spills out where we lie, tickles my lips and nose and eyes. And if I get that chance again, you know I will. So everybody says that's one smart girl, and smart's good, but pretty's better. Last time I looked, we were in love still. But all this time, all this time, all this time.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Hi, welcome back to On Track. I'm your host, Freddie Lee, and storming the stage tonight, we've got Kevin Trudo. Thank you again so much for coming out.
I appreciate having me.
Rocking out for us. Now, while you're on the show, where can we find you?
Everything attached to my name has an article. It's the Kevin Trudo. It was all I could buy at the time when I was buying domains, but that's what I got. So I just use it on everything. So Facebook / the Kevin Trudo, and Twitter is the same, and YouTube's the same, and I'm assuming everything else I've done is going to be pretty consistent. I'm not smart enough to change it.
All right, cool. Well, follow your name, right?
Please do.
Got to get it out there.
Google me.
Yeah.
And that.
All right, cool. Now, with this next song coming up called No More, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. No More is the song looking back and having lost something pretty big relationship-wise. And And realizing after a certain amount of time that it probably wasn't a bad thing, that it hurts pretty bad to lose, or that there's this real palpable absence that's really kind of huge for a while, but later on you realize that it's probably worked out better to be gone.
I can dig. Now, when you go to write a song or make a song, is it real construction, like real organized? Is it real organic? Like, what do you do? What's your process?
Not real organized at much anything. Essentially, something will irritate me for a while. It'll become a problem, and I kind of pick at it until it becomes something I want to bother with or something I want to use. It's just a matter of it sits around for a long time. I'll have a scrap of melody or some lyric and it's in my head, and I'll just play with it until it turns into something useful.
And you were telling us with your 3 albums coming up, you have a lot of songs with other people. Now,
I do.
Is that a different way of making a song with another person?
It depends, because sometimes it's really big differences in arrangements. I do some things that are really bluegrass, not really traditional bluegrass, but the instrumentation there with an upright bass and a mandolin and things like that. And so that's just a different way to arrange a song. And I kind of like to put that next to something that's a little bit louder and a little bit more full of arrangements. And
cool, yeah.
Try to use the right guy for the right job.
Yeah, I like it. I can dig. All right, well, thank you once again, Kevin Trudo.
I appreciate you having me. Thanks.
Check them out. Check us out. We're on next week. Boom, boom. See you guys later.
Thanks.
Spilled in my day, spilled all over my week. Damn near ruined me here, but I'm gradually finding my feet. It's all I could think, it's all I would say. I cried till I got sick of myself, but I finally threw it away. I drank way too much, I did too much cocaine, and I listened to every sad song and dreamt about running away. I know it's my fault, don't have to keep score. When you were around, I stayed underground. You ain't going back there no more. The taste is so sweet, but the gravity's strong, and nothing that would kiss us or kill us ever continues for long. No, nothing that would hurt us or help us ever does either for long. I know it's my fault, kept score. When there was an us, I hated myself so much, and you ain't got that